I am back again. I said on my live video, I think she said 9:45, but it might be 10. There she go. I see you. I'm about to invite you right now, Selena. Okay, request to join.
Period, boo. Period, boo. Hi, Mama Stephen.
Hi, can you see me?
Yeah, I can. I can see you.
Is this enough lighting?
I think so. It's okay. It's okay.
Like I'm trying to keep the baby asleep.
You know what? That's why I said go put the baby to sleep and come talk to us. We gotta have some chit chat. And it's been a while since a live happened. It's been a while since we really got together to catch up. Um, and I appreciate the fact that no matter how long we don't talk, it's never been no type of feelings. Like you already know what
No,
it is.
never.
So I don't never have to check in with you because you already know I'm taking care of my business, you take care of your business. Actually, my mom too.
Yes.
So what my platform, what I'm trying to do is, Selena, I am trying to create a positive platform where somebody can talk and get to know each other and network and see how they can grow and elevate and transform their lives for their kids. It's hard trying to do it all by yourself. And for years, I can relate to this. I never asked for help. I just did it by myself. But I think we're coming to a point where I came to a point where it's okay to ask for help. Like when I need some help. If you don't know, I know you know somebody who can help me. And that is so much pressure off of us. And
Yeah.
I don't know where along the line we got to the point where we can ask for help and we got to do it by ourselves. But I want to change that narrative.
Your phone is kind of echoing.
Mine.
I don't know. I hope I'm just trying to see. I want to be able to hear you clear.
Um, it's probably the Bluetooth.
Okay, but I can hear you so far. I want to be able to.
Could you hear me? Is it a bad echo?
That's good.
It's good. Okay, cool. So, that's a little bit about. You already know who I am. I'm Andre
Yes.
Renee. Already about my six. So tell me about yourself. Tell me. Come on, like let the people know who you are.
I'm
Introduce yourself.
I'm a single mother of, I have 4 children, but I'm a single mother of 3 young children because my son is self-sufficient. I was a teen mom, and um, I have a set of twins. They're two. And then I have a 10-year-old. He's going to be 11 in December. He's in the 5th grade. Yeah. So
I'm so proud of Joseph.
yes, and it's just like I have every age range child, if that makes sense. I
No, that
have,
makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
mhm. I have a toddlers, and then I
hmm
have a son going into middle school, which that's the hard years. It was for me anyway. Growing up, that's just where I kind of got a little, I guess, I wouldn't say troubled, but that's where the problems start if you don't have parents or guidance, people to walk you through that. So I'm real, when it comes to that, I'm real into that with Joseph because I felt like I didn't have what I'm giving him.
Yeah, that's support, right?
Yes.
Yeah, like it's okay to come to me and tell me
Mother.
how your day was at school, whether
Yeah.
it was good or bad.
Or
Talk to me.
talk to them, sit at the table with them, do work with them, give them the game, really.
Okay, that's what we're supposed to do. For
Yeah.
real, so they can grow up and be self sufficient. And it's so crazy how much we put love into our kids and nurturing them, and we still got to show up at work, and we still got to make sure these bills are paid, and we still got to make sure they eat, and just finding that balance.
Yeah, it's hard. It's not easy, but I try to stay focused and positive because what you put into it is what you're gonna get. So if I bitch all day about having to do it by myself,
Yeah,
then it's only worse for me. So I try to keep positive mindset and just get it done because that's where I come from. Women that just get it done. Yeah.
that generational thing, that bloodline of women that just ain't taking no they're gonna
Yeah,
get it done by any means necessary,
I
with or without you.
or a bad thing, but that's another thing. just
Yeah, yeah.
just being accustomed to doing it, so you just get it done. Don't ask. Don't even ask. So that's me.
Yeah. You think that comes from like experiences with rejection where we don't ask people because
Yes,
we get told no? Yeah, yeah,
rejection, abandonment, all that stuff. Just
yeah.
it comes from your own stuff. I
Ashamed
was
and
coming from
embarrassed to
my own,
ask.
yeah. So,
Yeah, yeah. Like,
mhm.
oh, I ain't gonna ask her for no $40. Like, I ain't gonna do that. But you're gonna struggle to get to work for a week. Girl, if you don't come get this $40, it's okay. But in
Okay,
my mind, I didn't think that. I really thought
okay.
she was gonna really.
Or no, for real. You know what I mean? So it's just like I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm still learning too. So
Yeah, yeah. As we grow, and then now I'm in a better position where I don't mind helping. Like, I'm just
yes,
gonna give it to you off the muscle, because
right,
I can do that. But
yes,
at the same time, I want to make sure that you don't make it a habit.
yes,
So I want to set those healthy boundaries of, okay, so how we gonna make sure this don't happen again? You
right.
need some groceries for the week, I'll do that. Your kids need this or whatever, I'll do that so you can keep gas in your car so you can go to work. Because we all been there, so and
So
I would
you can
hate
get
to
to
make
a
it seem.
better place. Yes,
Yeah,
everyone needs
exactly.
help, but you got to be one to help yourself. So you know.
Oh, speaking of self, let's talk about self care because we pour a lot into our kids, but Serena, what have you poured into you lately?
Nothing. I was telling you. You remember? That's why I was like, this would be
Yeah.
me. I want to talk about that. Just doing everything for the kids, going shopping for them, getting everything done, and not taking time for myself. Even just like
Yeah.
I get my feet done. I guess I would say that's the basics, but just going shopping for myself. These kids,
Mm.
or getting a gym membership, doing the stuff I want to do. Yes, I do. I want to keep my son in organized sports and all that, but just put a little something to the side for myself so I can feel good about myself. So
Yeah, and make
work.
it and see the fruits of your labor because you are working each and every day, and
Yes,
you're gonna feel like depleted if you don't replenish yourself. Yeah, we get our hair done, we get our nails done, but when's the last time you really sat and like isolate, quiet, peace and quiet, where you can get your peace of mind back?
just by yourself. Like now, this is my time where I kind of just wind down, have a glass of wine, or read a book, or just sit
Hmm.
quietly. I do. I try to, but I need to wash a load of clothes too. So you got to find time. You got to juggle it all. You can't, it's never ending. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just
And
keeping
you
it
know
real.
what? And you know what too? Since this is what I do. I'd be like, wash these little clothes so I can have that piece of time. Put these clothes up. I delegate to the boys so I can get that piece of time. I would never tell nobody how to raise their kids in their
No,
household, but just so you can have
as
that
they,
20,
oh,
30 minutes, and have
Joseph.
them kids help you.
But as the twins get older, they can help. Joseph helps. I'm grateful for him because he is a good big brother. But I want him to focus on his books too. So
Yes, yes,
not, I see a lot of single moms. They have a lot of babies, and maybe, or whatever, and their babies are raising their babies, and then they don't get a chance
true,
to
true.
baby. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to fit it all in.
But you know what? And I can agree to that where you put too much on your kids.
Yes,
It's you gotta set that again. Here we go with boundaries. Not
yes,
I would never put too much on my kids. I still want them to be kids and have their education and play outside and stuff. Because I know at the end of the day it's my responsibility at the end of the day. And
yes.
I'd be wrong putting that on them and being mad if it's not done correctly. Because for one,
Okay.
I was wrong for trying to tell them to do the
Next.
most. You can't do that to the baby. But
Yeah.
as we grow, as we learn, he can put his clothes in the washing machine and put
But
it in
teaching
some soap
them
and be
how
done.
to sweep
You
the
know?
floor, teaching them how to cook little meals, yes. Because Joseph, he could cook a full hamburger helper on FaceTime with me like this, from I'm
Yeah.
downstairs. So you teach them stuff. Everything is age appropriate.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Because you don't
You
want
want
them
them to
going to talk about.
I want him to be that, I don't want him to grow up needing a woman either. So I want him to learn those things on his own. We have not to bash our men, but we have so many men who can't just be without a woman, because they don't know how to, you know.
How to
So,
live life.
and that's hard for me as a single mom, a woman to try to teach him those things, but we gonna work it out,
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, and you just brought something to my attention. So you think those men who cling on to women never taught how to be self sufficient?
I think that some of it, but I'm not a counselor, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that I just think that, I don't want
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
to,
No, no, no. It's your opinion. It's okay. You can speak your
yeah,
mind on here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It don't
yeah,
necessarily gotta be like by the time of the book, but you feel that tight. You feel that type of way.
yeah,
Yeah, and that's okay because that makes a lot of sense.
yeah,
That makes
it
sense.
does.
It makes,
So single
especially
mom, being a single mom can be motivating. It can be all of the above. It can be discouraging. That's where I'm at with it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But no matter where you at, you gotta make sure you take care of you.
Yes, and I'm
You
learning
gotta
that first.
and
All the
okay,
work.
yeah. And when you say self care, what does that mean to you? What does that mean
Self care means taking care of myself mentally first.
to you?
First, the outside, because you could be a dressed up trash can. You know what I mean? So you got to start from the inside.
Oh my goodness. The
Yeah.
inside is the hardest because that's where all the work is at, Selena. So you got to put in the work on yourself,
The
you
mental.
know?
Yeah.
Because I believe, okay, so it's the Selena that was in the past. Everybody knows the Selena that Selena knows now. And then there's you that you're going to be. Like, I'm going to be this bomb, whoever that woman is to you. So
Yeah.
every day you waking up with that lady, with that woman in your head talking about, yeah, that's what I'm about to arrive and be. And you
That
still got to cut out that mental chatter of of your old past, of your old
you
self and
do.
go to the new.
Yes.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have to. So a little bit of
Mentally.
my story, and it's just like you do. You have to get past the old you, the baggage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very
You got
much.
to shake that monkeys off your back because you're not gonna be able to accept everything that your blessings, your new blessings and your new doors and your new windows if you still the old you
Come
have
on now.
the same mentality with the same attitude. You're not
Yes.
gonna grow like that, and
It
that's
comes.
how a lot of people get stagnant because they stay stuck where they was at. That
Yes.
growth in the past they ass by, and they wonder why everybody going to second, third, fourth, and fifth grade, and you still in kindergarten because you haven't learned to change.
Yes, you have to want it. And that's where I'm at.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is what it is, and this is what I'm going to do. And some people you do. You have to leave behind, whether it's your kid's father or a
Yes.
friend, all that. They're included too.
Oh, let's speak on those male friends because, girl, they could be some distraction. And
Yes,
I think God placed them in our life to see how we gonna cope. Like, oh, you ain't ready for no man yet, so you still a kid tied up with this nigga. He ain't about shit. You ain't ready for me to bust you with no real man. Okay, okay. Let me go
and
ahead
I
and get
come and
myself in.
I come with children. So you have to be, I'm just focusing on my kids right now. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You have to stay focused on what's important.
Okay, let's talk about that. Focusing on your kids, right? But not focusing on them to the point to where you lose yourself as a woman.
You're right. Because people do that and they feel like they have to. Like,
Yeah.
for example, for myself, just I have to do this. No, this can wait. You can do this tomorrow. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Prioritizing, right? Like we're talking
yeah,
about prioritizing.
it don't
And
have to stay.
do you spend time with Joseph by yourself and then the twins each of them by themselves so they can feel you by them, that bond, or is it always all the three of them together? Like do
Um,
you separate your time with them?
I do. I have a lot of family support. So sometimes I just
Good.
have one twin, and my mom will have one. Joseph's, he's at the age where he's like ready to branch out a little bit, be to himself. He's not so clingy as he was.
Okay, okay.
So we're working on it. I can really see the progress from a year ago. from them just needing me. You know, the independence is coming, but like I said, they're two, and it's two of them. So yeah, no, I do. I try to get away, but right now
Mhm.
it's a bad time to try to ignore them or push them to the side. I wouldn't say ignore them.
Right.
No,
Right.
I have to
And I,
be
yeah.
there. I have to be there right now. You know.
Yeah. And I believe those are the critical times from like newborn to 5 because
Yeah,
that's when they're learning, as pups, that's when they're learning their foundations and pushing your limits and your buttons and stuff like that. So it's good that you have hands-on training on deck and you just not pushing your babies off to somebody else because at the end of the day, after 5, they're going to be coming home to you every day after school and you don't want
I've
them
done
stuck in
that.
nobody else's way.
I've done that before. Just had the help and just, I was a teen mom, so I had my son at 15. So my mom allowed me to be 15 and he stayed in the house with them. My life is different now. So I take on all the responsibilities when I used to not have to take on any. But me and my son are really close. My 2 3 year
Good.
old, we're really close because we grew up together. You know what I mean? We grew up together. But I've had every stage. Joseph grew me up to learn how to love and to be a mom. And then the twins, I'm just, I'm not at my full what I could be, but I'm there. I'm right there. I'm that loving mom, attentive mom that I want to be. Just need to, put myself
Yeah.
put myself in the categories.
Yeah, no. Your oldest son, does he call you mom or he call you
He calls me mom. Yes,
Selena?
all my kids
Good. Cause I'm
call
about
me
to say,
mom.
girl,
All my
because
kids call me mom. I don't do the, I don't do. I mean, if he
yeah,
did,
yeah,
I wouldn't say, oh, he could not call me mom. But no, he's always had a relationship. I'm mom. She's grandma. But I'm really like getting to see what it is to be hands on because I was able to move around still and just buy
mhm,
him cute little things and be in and out with his dad because we spent years together, me and my first kids. Oh my God. So yeah, just
yeah,
it's different now because I'm hands on now.
yes. I understand, and they growing each and every day, and and it's very important that you keep those boundaries in line with your baby so they can grow up and be okay. we
That's
we
all
have
I
we
that,
raising some young humans. You know what I mean? They're not going to be disrespectful. They gonna do what they have to do. We're breaking that generational cycle. You know what I mean?
what I want to
So
do. I was reading earlier when you told me to talk, and I was reading about how they were saying the studies say this and the studies say that kids that don't have both parents in the home will be toxic. Like they'll have poverty issues and they'll be, they'll do drugs. And I don't think that's true. I'm not claiming that. I don't.
okay,
I know a lot of successful kids that grew up with one parent or no parents and made a way.
yeah,
So I'm not. I really encourage that, and that's a good thing. You want both parents in the home, but it's what you pour into your kids. That's
there
what.
we go.
Yeah,
There we go.
yeah.
That's what I'm talking about as far as changing the narrative. We have to take accountability, knowing the baby is here, and we have to nourish them. But the reason why that I feel like that's like a disconnect is because we trying to worry, we stress, we have anxiety, we trying to see how we bills are gonna get paid. We work for 2 or 3 jobs, so we're not there at the home raising our kids like we need to be. So that's
Right.
why I'm trying to get women to the point to where you can do it all, but it's gonna take some time for you to set your priorities in straight because the babies they're gonna need you, but you also gotta show up to work and you also gotta show up to them for them.
You you do.
So you can't leave one without the other, and I think that's what happens. A lot of women put that I wouldn't say put their babies on the back burner, but they wasn't showing up for them for that statistic to be valid. You see what I'm saying? They
I
can say you wasn't there for me. They can say that you left me. They can say all that stuff, and I want to change that. I want to change that because my babies need us.
yes, I totally understand. And my mom was telling me that's kind of her story. I'm able to sit at home a little more, thank God, and be there for them because my mom didn't have the resources I had when she raised my brother and my son. So she worked 2 and 3 jobs all night and she missed a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
They're
Yeah.
not, they didn't learn everything that they could have learned if she was able to sit home with them, if you get what I'm saying. Just
Yeah,
little
and
things.
be a mom, and be a mom. Sit at home and be a
Some
mom.
kids
I want to
can
be
raise
able.
themselves. Some kids can raise themselves. They go right in the house, their mom never, whether it be drugs or she working hard, but they cooking their own noodles and getting themselves
Yeah,
ready in the morning.
yeah,
So I'm just grateful for where I'm at because, kids go through things too.
yeah, and that's why we need to create a safe place so they can speak and be vocal about it and don't
Yes.
feel no type of way. Having all that stuff bottled in, that kids ain't good.
I never want to muffle my kid. I never want him to
Ooh.
feel like he can't speak with me. That was one of my issues. It's always going to be about one of my issues. Like, that's what
No,
I
that's
have to do.
okay.
That's what I
Yeah,
have to do. So I'm not
it,
having it.
it sounds like you parented through your experience.
Yes,
If that's what it sounds like,
I
that's the
do.
best way you can do
I do. You know.
it. Yeah,
So, yeah.
yeah. And then, two, at the end of the day, like when it comes to raising your kids as a single mom, regardless of where the kid's father is, in the on the spectrum, you still want them to know, okay, that's your daddy. Still
I,
have
d-
them know who their daddy is.
I
You know,
do. I'm big on that.
yeah,
I was raised like that, though. So, some women, they talk bad about the father to the child in front of the child. That's just not my thing. Whatever, I haven't always been the best mom. So I'm trying
right.
to get more better with that, with just accepting people for where they are, period. Everybody, not just a kid's dad. But I do think a child, your kid's dad should help you, but it's hard to just like throw them away like that. That's just me because
Yeah,
maybe I'm too soft in that area, but it's just hard.
it's hard to say, okay, F you, we moving on. Like you're not that type because you want your,
I do,
yeah.
but sometimes enough be enough, girl, and you want to like throw them away and tell them go to hell, but it's just not good for the kid.
Yeah, let's talk about that peace of mind too, and overcoming that bitterness, knowing it didn't work out with your kid's father.
And get over
Let's talk about that. Yeah,
verse both ways though. See, because these men, they could be my kid's father can be bitter too. So it's just like it goes both ways. You have to come to an agreement to where we still have these children. We have to find a way to get along.
yes. It's always like we gotta meet in the middle,
But
but ain't nobody but
daddy, when your mama and your daddy didn't get along, or you don't know your daddy, so how do you know how to be? So it just get deep. It depends on it's the background of a man and a woman's also.
it's like we both gotta grow up around here.
Because Joseph's father's parents been together 30 years and he act like he don't know how to be a daddy. So I just, I'm not going to touch too much on none of their dads because that's just not what I do. But I think about stuff like that. So it's like tossing a coin, you know. I
Tossing
just,
a coin.
you
That's a good way
saw
to put it.
parents live together. They were there for 30 years together. I'm sure they have problems because everyone have problems, but you just can't get it together to be a father. So it's just
Yeah,
confusing.
yeah.
It is not for me to figure out.
It gets deep, Lena. It gets
I'ma
really,
just
really deep.
I'm gonna be the best mom I could be. That's what I tell myself. Be the best
Okay.
mom you can be.
Okay, so with that being said, what's next for Selena? Where you see yourself going in the next 6 months to a year time frame? Because we always want to be the best each and every day. So what does that look
I'm
like for you?
I'm going to school. I did my orientation today. I'm starting my core classes at ACC, a college prep. So I'm bettering myself for my kids by going and getting a degree. That's just it. College is not for everybody, but that's what I'm gonna
Yes.
do.
Are you excited about your degree? What you gonna get?
I'm thinking because I like to talk a little bit. I like to help people maybe in the human services department. I don't know, counseling, something like that. My mom and them, they're
Yeah.
counselors. So we'll see. I'm taking it slow. I'm going to take these core classes first and I'm going to just see
And
where
see
it
what
takes
happens.
me. Hmm.
Good, good, good. I'm so glad for you.
And I want to, you
Good.
know what, that's my 6 month goal, but I really want to relocate. I want to move.
Any places in mind?
Well, we talked about Houston. You said, Selena, go. What are you waiting on? You just procrastinate. If you want to move to Houston, move to Houston. Remember, you told me that. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna give
yeah.
myself a couple of years. I do. I need to save some money, but I do. I want my kids. They'll be a little older. Joseph will be in middle school, and maybe we can go up that way, Houston
Wait,
area.
okay. Okay. If you want to Houston, you don't know nobody, I'll say wait till this baby be in kindergarten.
I have family there. That's the thing. But I do want to wait
Okay.
till they're a little older because I just don't want it to be a traumatic move.
Right. I will wait. Yeah. So the baby's at least in fifth grade.
Yeah.
Kindergarten, sorry, 5 years old. Yeah. So then you can have a routine. You go to work, drop it, you guys can do what y'all
You
gotta
have
do out
to.
there.
Another thing, taking them out their comfort zone. I don't want to do that
Mm.
soon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It took me, well, that's a good time frame because it took me like 18 months to decide that I was gonna move to Texas. So you don't, if when you do something like that, like a life changing event, you really got to put all your ducks in a row.
Yeah, you got to put all your ducks in a row, and my support is here. So that's just a
Yeah,
goal for us. And but the goal right now is to go to school to make more money because to just to better myself, just to do it for.
yes,
If you can't do
yes,
it for yourself, do it for them.
yeah. That's
But
right.
I
That's
tell
right.
as a single mom.
That's right. You put yourself in a position so you can go to college. You know what I mean? You have goals to get your degree. You have goals to make the salary that you want to make for your babies, and it all
Yeah.
can be done. You can make that music, Houston. It's gonna be beautiful, and I'm wishing that the best success ever. Like I'm here
Oh, yeah.
for it.
I know you do. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, I'm here for it. But I don't want to take up too much of your time,
I know you told me it was gonna be sweet, and I like this. I would like to
girl.
do it again.
Okay, we can. Yes, I'm here every Tuesday night. Just
I'm
any
gonna
other
have to just
topic.
tap in.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm here, girl. We can always go live. We can always chit chat and talk about healthy single mother topics because my goal is to help other single mothers out. That's why I know. Each one teach one.
Okay, yes. Well, thanks. I see Ashley. Hi, Ashley. So
Hey,
yeah, I'll
Ashley.
see you. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for having me. It's been fun.
You welcome. Bye, Selena. Talk to you
Bye
later.
bye.
Bye.